internet and found this, and when you guys see this, it's going to be quite amazing. And hopefully you watch today's video, and I hope you understand that you are the cattle. You are the cattle. That's what they think of you. They make royalties.
There it is.
Off of sticking bio stuff in you. They make royalties. We showed you that today. All right, we're going to talk about some fun stuff tonight. Boy, that's rough business, isn't it? What's going on here?
Looks like we're in the fog.
Yeah, the fog. We could talk about the fog tonight if you guys want to. Come here, let me get you. My goodness. Definitely could talk about the fog.
Hello, everybody. Let's see. There we are. There's everyone.
Okay.
Everyone looks like they're in good spirits tonight. Oh.
Man, this YouTube stuff is tricky stuff. All right. If you guys are new around here, we do a live show every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Who?
The Murphy said hi.
Hola. And, we'll just kind of talk about whatever we want, really. And tonight we have something very interesting to show you guys that we found on the internet. And boy, there's a lot of interesting stuff lately on the internet, isn't there? Isn't there?
Yes, maybe. Sometimes there's too much.
It's too much. Are you talking to anybody? Are you answering questions?
I'm looking at everyone. Everyone is in like such. I could just feel all the awesomeness from everyone tonight.
Feeling the awesomeness.
And then, Juliet, she's going to bottle 3.5 gallons of apple cider vinegar while we watch. See, that's good. I like it. See, that's what's good. I like to be busy, and you kind of do extra things so you get everything done. So you have to multitask. How many people, the older you get, find it harder to multitask?
I know you do.
I used to be
forgetting stuff.
I used to be the best multitasker, but now I can't multitask too much.
All right, hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to fix my zoom. What's up, West Virginia? You're the must-watch for me nowadays. Always up in time. It's 1:10 a.m. now. Wow. Come on, Rachel. You can always watch the replays, but we suggest you get your circadian rhythm sleep. We're never going to tell you to be up watching us all late at the night like that. Although we do appreciate it. Just keeping it real. Stress makes multitasking hard.
What is?
Stress makes multitasking hard, she says.
Yes, it does.
What's up, Arizona, Richard?
LNU Farm just had their first baby sheep born this morning at 4 a.m. Congratulations. It's so fun, and they're so cute.
And just let Mama do her thing. As long as she's cleaning it off and it got its first milk, they are going to be together forever. Well, at least until it's like, a little older baby, and then she'll be like, beat it. Get out of here. We're the only ones letting them lay around on the couch.
And Leslie made homemade shampoo, conditioner, and deodorant. Good job. I like it.
Hey, I would suggest, if you guys are also new around here, we have 1,500 videos. Over 1,000 of them are all about how to live a self-sustainable life without the system, how to make your own stuff, how to, do all this stuff without the system, because I think you're really going to need to know this stuff. Because there's a couple ways this stuff's going to go, and either way, I think it's going to be trick bag city. So you guys really need to focus in on building community by where you live and learning all these old ways, so whatever happens, you'll be ready for it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. It helps get the algorithm out so more people know that we're live. All right. Holy smokes. Hopefully you guys watched today's video. I just want you guys to know that, they're paying royalties for putting that stuff in you. They're like the Hey Buddy Buddy Club. I keep trying to, sound the alarm and let people know that the big pharma and the food industry are all in cahoots together. Okay. They're all with the same big plan. Okay. And if I was, and I've mentioned this before, if I was a person who wanted to take out a country and I knew every citizen was armed to the teeth, we have the largest standing army in the world, in case you're not from America. But I would be like, man, I can't just go in there guns a-blazing. It's going to be bad. I don't want to go in there dropping bombs because then I'm going to wreck that infrastructure. So what could I do? Well, maybe we could crank up the TV, hit the Blu-ray real good, make people stay at home more, get them overweight, poison the food pretty good, which actually causes them to get overweight. That sounds good. Oh, and then we'll just introduce medicines after medicines that we actually make in a place called China. Wow. And then we'll just keep feeding everybody that, and we'll just wait them out. 10 years, 20 years, whatever it takes. And then we can just roll right in. I mean, come on, you guys. Are you looking at the stats? 60%, what is it, of youth are overweight?
No, it's like 70.
70-something% of the youth are overweight. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. The kids are joining the military and they can't even do the stuff, basic training they can't do. They're rolling their ankles and everything, man. And it's already I think it's 0.1% of America, the population, actually joined the military. So we got that going for us. So just like think about all this stuff and try to keep slipping out of the trick bag. 813 thumbs up. Come on, you guys, you can do it.
Get them up, get up. Janet asked, do you water bath your apple cider vinegar quart jars? No.
You guys' voice keeps cutting out.
Oh, Janet, you don't. Apple cider vinegar is very shelf stable. Do not do that. You don't need to pasteurize or get it hot or anything. Just, it's fine. Just put it in your bottles and put it in your pantry and it'll be fine.
Okay, so we're going to get right into this thing here. There's 2,000 people here. The thumbs up are slowly climbing up. We do appreciate it. We're going to show you guys what we found on the internet, and then we're going to just talk about the programming, right? Because it goes on. It goes on from the cradle, right? And that's why they want to get you separated from your kid right at the hospital when you're born. They take it away from you, rub the eyes, jabbity jab, all this stuff, right? Then the next thing is they want your kid for the daycare. So you got to go to work to make all those high inflated payments that you're making because everything's inflated artificially. And then you got to turn your child over if you don't have family or some kind of a close friend, turn your child over to the system. And then they start going to work on them, boy. And we're going to show you right now. I'm going to show you what that looks like, and this is going to mess you up, because you guys look into the Blu-rays from the screens, right? Look this stuff up. There's actual patents. We've talked about this before. There's patents. They're doing stuff with the screens, the computer screens. Look this stuff up. Google has a patent. Apple has a patent. This is a known thing. There's doctors that talk about the light and the blue light. If you guys want to know a real quick rundown on it, they actually noticed the blue light stuff from the mob bosses because they went out into the desert and created the casinos. And the first thing they did was they started building the places without any windows, and they piped in the light, and they piped in the smells, and they piped in the oxygen, and they were noticing the behavioral changes in people, and they could keep them corralled in there if they threw a steak their way or something. Several days they would just stay in there and have no worry about the time or their life or anything. Okay, so that's where this all comes from. MK Ultra. Look this stuff up. It's legit 100%. So I found this video of the programming, see, because a lot of people just turn their kids over to the TV or to the computer and they think it's harmless, because we watched Bugs Bunny and all that stuff growing up, and there was a little of that stuff going on in there, maybe subliminal messages, but this Blu-ray stuff is like ramped up modern day blue light is ramped up modern day crazy. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this clip. This is a well-known cocoa melon. Some of your grandkids might be watching this stuff, and this is all mind control stuff. In my personal opinion, we're not doctors and we don't play one on YouTube, nor psychologists, but you can clearly see what's going on here. Ready? I mean, the kids just come running whenever they hear that, wherever they are in the whole house. See, they think it's funny. See, that's an excitotoxin, y'all. You guys have to understand that sequence of sounds and the colors and stuff that they're using are hypnotizing the youth. Holy guacamole, you guys saw that with your own eyes.
And the people think it's funny, but it's basic programming these young, beautiful minds, and it's just, it's really causing a lot of problems because little children should not be in front of a screen or anything at all. I mean, people are putting them in front of the screen when they're 1 year old, 2 years old. I mean, it's really, really harmful to them. But it is, and everything is very quick. The lights, everything, they have it all perfectly planned, how they want it to get everybody. You know, they're just totally programmed into it. And then I always think about those movies and stuff when everyone's walking around with their phone and all of a sudden they push that certain frequency and everyone just does whatever they're supposed to.
Or they fall right over.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of truth to this stuff, y'all. We are electrical beings. There was a story out a little while ago, and it involved some pagers that had got hijacked by Mossad, and they lit them up with some detonation devices, and then they sent them out to all of the Arabs, right? And then they did the pling, and then all of them just like, pow, they dropped on the floor. So, but we are electrical beings, and any kind of a disruption that, you know, happens with our electromagnetic stuff could cause heart attack, stroke, all kinds of different stuff. And to watch the way those kids lit up and ran in there when they hear that noise and stuff, or stop crying, I mean, you guys saw that with your own eyes. It's very alarming. Yeah, so if you have the grandkids, you know, be on the lookout for that stuff. Don't let them have all that screen time.
Oh shoot, I wish I would have known. You can look it up online. Like if you guys have kids or grandkids, there's a few of these shows, Cocomelon, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Is one of them. There's a series of a few of them that aren't the best, that do that to the mind. There are other ones that are better. They're educational. You want them where they're actually talking, you know, and people are talking just like we would do in real life. It's nothing like, you know, quick. Oh shoot, I'll try to find it. I can't remember. Let's see. And then while you're talking, I'll try to find it because there is a list of shows that are good.
Yeah, the ones that go outside and get into nature.
Yeah.
And get outside in the trees and get some of that good ass prana and let them breathe in the air and let them play in the dirt and let them run in the forest. There is a lot of healing and good vibrations happening in the forest.
Right on.
Go for a drive and get in the forest. Get your feet in the dirt. Get out there and get unsterile. I mean, we should make a shirt. Get unsterile. Yeah. Oh, man, we played outside till the street lights came home. And if you weren't home when the street lights came on, you got one of them slippers upside your head. Come on. Dang it. I was telling Stacy the other day, are we really the last good generation? I mean, after that, it was all this soft pansy stuff and the food additives and everything getting crazy with everything.
Well, and here's the other thing.
Everybody gets a trophy.
You look at what's going on. You know, everyone has such short attention spans. Well, if you're letting a little baby and they're putting like the Cocomelon because it's overstimulating them, so they're getting so much. So as they get older, you know, they're going to have an attention span like this. So that's why it's so important to, you know, keep them engaged, being outside, using their imagination, letting them play in a cardboard box. You know what I mean? Let them, you know, play when they're young, because if you start doing things like this Cocomelon all the time and that's what they do, it's just going to be a vicious cycle and just keep going and going. So you can find, you know, if you do have to watch television for something, there's lots of other shows that are better. But honestly, you know, good old fashioned play, you know, play like I was saying, in the dirt, getting out in nature. going on nature walks. Kids love it. Walking in the creek, picking
Look,
up rocks.
I'm going to interrupt her because here's the honest to God truth, okay? If you're sending your kid to public school, your kids don't even stand a chance because they're going to get the bio poison in them 100,000 times now. I mean, it's not even like 1 or 2 or 6. Now it's like 72. I've posted the pictures before. It's outrageous. And unless you claim religious exemption and you bang their heads against the wall in there and you stand up for your children, which you should be doing, they're done. They're getting injected with all this stuff so much it's overwhelming their system. And so I'm just going to tell you, if that's the case, if you are going to the public schools, you are just being wrecked. I'm just saying it, man. In every aspect, psychologically, physically, mentally, the whole shebang. It's over. You should really look into homeschooling your children. Serious as a heart attack. And that's just true stuff, man. I know it's hard and hurts to hear, and somebody's going to have to quit a job maybe, and you're going to have to skim back on some of your stuff that you like, and you're going to have to make some sacrifices to keep your innocent children out of the clutches of the wolves, okay? As a person who has been there, right? I've been in those situations. Please do without a little bit and stop trusting people so much with your children, right? Because they look good in your face, but there could be some really bad stuff going on. And you won't know until it's too late. All right.
Yeah, everyone's talking about how no one's been able to see the sun or the moon or anything for like weeks.
Okay.
It's been crazy.
We literally left home Monday afternoon. It was rainy, drizzly, foggy, had been for a couple days. We drove 3 days all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, which is where we are right now. And it was foggy the whole way here. I am not even exaggerating. We went to the beach. This is the picture of it.
wait, you got to get a good one.
Hey, I'm just telling you, girl, we went to the beach. We drove all the way down here, and that was us at the beach. You couldn't even see nothing. There's Stacy. She's trying to show you the beach, and you can't even see it. The sun just came out yesterday, well, day before half a day, yesterday all day. Now we're fixing to leave. The sun is leaving today, and it's windy, and there's this misty, cloudy, hazy thing going on in the air. Let me know if it's where you're at too. I didn't know if I was going to talk about this or not, but this is, y'all, they are posting this stuff on the internet all over the world.
I know.
All over the world. They've been blacked out since December
everywhere.
23rd. And it's all about the same timeline, and it's really weird.
In UK, yeah, all over the place.
Really
all
weird.
Over.
Let's take a moment for a shameless plug.
Oh, are you talking about Mullen tea? Everyone wants to know.
We don't have none.
We will.
We don't have none.
We'll have some
You got to just keep checking, because we'll have some soon. But we do have all kinds of other medicinal teas available for you now. We also just added the Choco Mint, which is very good and delightful. Stacy, what is that?
It's a blend of spearmint, peppermint, and chocolate.
Cacao.
The cacao husks.
Yeah. Free trade. And, we have a lot of candles in stock. That purifies your air. If you're worried about the air, yeah, that's a nice segue. You could get a candle, 100% beeswax candle that we make ourselves. We don't add anything. We have 100% cotton wicks, and we send them out to you guys. We ship them all over the place. Canada, this place, that place. We have our stitches and all things cool at offgoodwithdougandstacy.com, and hit the shop tab. Plus, I'm leaving the link right here, and now Stacy's going to get you some.
I'm going to get some what?
I don't know. You're going to talk.
Oh, I am?
I saw you getting ready to go.
No, Jeff says that they had twin brown Swiss calves. Congratulations, Jeff.
Nice.
They were born on the 26th. Those are good cows.
Yeah, I was getting some emails about our candles. The one gal says she said, I think I'm like 73, she said, and I've been burning these beeswax candles my whole life. Remember? She said these are the best burning and smelling beeswax candles I've ever had. And I thought, wow. That was kind of cool. How do I buy the mullen tea? You got to keep checking in.
Well, we should have some. We'll probably make some tomorrow.
So just keep checking in. If you guys are in the university, I'll have some for you.
You don't want to open up. You don't want to open up now.
I don't have none.
Well, you can put it on there because we will have it tomorrow.
Listen, we're gonna put a few on there right now for you guys because you're on YouTube and you show up every week. Okay, I'm gonna drop a few mullins for you. I left the link for you. I'll leave the link again. And we'll drop a few mullins for you. Now, we're not going to get these out the door really fast like we normally do. It's going to be like a 1-2 day lag because we still got to bag this stuff up. Okay? But here we go.
It's being bagged tomorrow.
I'm going to drop off some right now. And then I'll have some for the university people too. All right, here we go.
Oh, bing.
Bing! OffGridWithDougAndStacy.com. Hit the shop tab and go, baby, go, go, baby, go! I work for those that should not be in power in the UK, and last year I decided I should leave. And after 23 years of working for them full time, I am finally retiring at the end of January. You know, and that's the other thing. We need more of that. We just need more people putting their foot down and just be like, yeah, I'm not in for this no more. You guys, you're going to have to start making some hard decisions. Otherwise, they're just going to keep on with this nonsense. We hold the power. But if we keep just, you cannot comply your way out of tyranny. And if we just keep on with this stuff, knowing it's a ruse, y'all, you know this is a ruse, then they're just going to keep doing it until they ultimately get what they want, which is, they are doing it. They are going for digital currency. They are going for complete control. They are going for huge population reductions. I've heard they say 500 million. There's 300 million just in America, y'all. Let that sink in for a second. They're trying to get the planet to 500 million inhabitants. The Georgia Guidestones are for real. That's why they took them out. You know that? They destroyed them right before all this stuff started popping off. The agenda is real, accept it or not. It takes one generation. Yeah, and then two, I was telling Stacy, the kids today, like even probably your kids and definitely your grandkids, if they're like 15, 16, 18, they would have no idea that in Iran in the 70s and 80s, they looked like USA. They had short skirts on and listening to music,
long hair,
going to university. The girls were all out there looking hip and fly, right? They would have no idea. They think everybody's walking around in a burqa over there and they cannot be going anywhere unescorted without their man. Interesting. All right. And what happened to the suicide bombers? Please, anybody seen a suicide bomber since the Bushes? America, we are so duped all the time. Where are the suicide bombers? Where are these people?
I mean, it's always something.
They were all the rage back in the day, right? Yeah. With the Bushes, especially because their job was to destabilize the Middle East, and they did a good job. But hey, where are they? Paging all suicide bombers. Stacy looks sick. Dang, Stacy, are you sick?
I look sick?
That was nice of you.
I'm not sick.
She's probably sick to hear me. Man, oh man. I'm just spitting some truth out there, man. This is literally how they think, you guys. You are literally just like cattle to them. You know what I mean? Just cattle to them. They just want to bag you and tag you and push you on over here, and it's just amazing to watch. So many people do not believe what we say is going on, and they don't care. Well, that's okay, because stupid should hurt. So, my sympathy level is dropping as all this stuff continues.
Yeah, we just, you guys got to do, just do what you know is right, and just keep doing it and prepare yourself, take care of yourself, making your own medicines, buying actual physical books.
Or you want to talk about a few books here, or do you have these on your table?
No, they were just on the table. Well, it was funny because, I have a little time and I like to read. And so going over, these are, actually my other one is in the back, but.
Excellent books, y'all.
We got to go in better order.
It doesn't matter. Just, go look this stuff up.
It's called, there's Be Your Own Doctor 1, or Be Your Own Doctor and Be Your Own Doctor 2 by Rachel Weaver.
Rachel Weaver. We don't got any kickbacks, any affiliates, nothing, y'all. A lot of times we don't care. We just want you to get the information.
Backyard Pharmacy. That's by her too. And
These
then
are good books. They're Mennonites, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Be Your Own Pediatrician.
Yeah.
So there's 4, and they're excellent, excellent, excellent. It'll give you really practical stuff, you know, and an easy stuff that everybody has. Like there's a whole section on activated charcoal, and she just goes into everything, gives you different instances, talking about kids, adults, different circumstances, different ways of doing it. But honestly, these two are really good together because, you know, she goes into extra. So like, you know, I was so funny because you know how we talk about the bentonite clay all the time. She, in the second one, she was talking about the bentonite or clay for poison ivy too. And I was kind of laughing because she says, so many people have called and told me how this works too. And so she went ahead and put that in the second one. But it was really interesting how there's just so many different home remedies, things you can do herbs with, just things that you have around your house. And these are just excellent, really easy to read books. You know, not a lot of, you know, stuff that you don't need. There's just tons of stuff in it. So these are excellent books, and they're not that expensive. So I really highly recommend those. These were one of my first books that I got many, many years ago. The Amish stores always carry these. They have all 4 of them all the time. And I bought them. I'm like, these are amazing. So excellent books. Be Your Own Doctor, Be Your Own Doctor 2, Be Your Own Pediatrician, and Backyard
Be
Pharmacy.
your own everything, man. Be your own farmer. Be your own store clerk. Be your own fix-it man. Be your own plumber. I've learned all this stuff. Living off grid, I'm all this stuff now. I'm my own carpenter, my own builder man, my own plumber. And I had to learn all this stuff from scratch, and you can do it too. But that's why they have building permits, right? To keep you stupid so you don't even attempt it. So you have to even work harder. So then you could pay for the carpenter man to come in, and then for permits, and then you never learn how to do nothing. Look, I've already said it before. 2 things every man should learn fundamentally is how to build a home for his family and how to grow food. Like those are the 2 things that every man should be doing, and you know, being proficient with your firearm. Oh, I don't care if the bird flu jab comes out. It can eat, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't touching it just like last time.
Well, frugal.
And I don't care if they say you can't breathe air. I'm going to breathe the air, and I'm still going to be like, I ain't doing it. You guys don't let them use your job if everybody just sicked out. Seriously, you guys better start talking to your people at work about this, right? Because if they come at you with this stuff and they want you to do this again, y'all all need to just sick out.
Band together.
Yeah, seriously now.
Because there's more of us.
Just sick out.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Everybody, we got the heads up. We know the playbook. So on this go round, you guys get your little stuff. Right now, get all your shopping done. Get your preps bought up. Make sure everything's good in case they play the store game with you again, right? You got to do Simon Says to get into the store again. Okay? And then get your community set. Because when they come down and the workman says it or the school says it, all of us just say, no thank you, with a smile.
Yeah, Airbrush Miss said parents used to tell us to stay back from the TV. My mother would be like that.
And now it's more so than ever because back in the day, the blue light wasn't like it is with these computer screens and these new TVs, y'all. These new smart TVs and these smartphones and these computers are doing it.
Yep. And everything's all for convenience, right?
Man, the convenience is going to mess you up. We just ordered some chocolate tea and the rest and digest. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate you guys. We do appreciate all the love and support there at the Missouri Tea Company. It really helps us out.
Oh, Tilly V says, she says, or he, I don't know.
Oh, when they come for our animals, they ain't coming for my animals. That's another thing, y'all. Don't think they're not thinking about it. They're talking about, how come it's chickens and cattle, the 2 most bestest things we can eat? He who has eyes, let him see.
Well, what was that thing that the chicken's the mostly consumed meat in
Yeah,
all of the world?
in all of the world, the most consumed meat, and the protein from the eggs and everything. It is the super food. And this is all by the design from the Most High, and that's why they're trying to wreck it.
Well, Tilly says the television commercials from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Well, it's still even now, Tilly, were always made louder to mesmerize children. It always like, do you ever, when that happens all the time, a commercial comes on, it's like, oh, so loud. They do that on purpose.
Yes, blessed to breathe. I know we don't own our land. We're just running off of the titles and paying the rent. That's how they can kick you off of it all the time. Yes, we have been scammed, okay? We have been set afoot, and we need to recapture all this stuff. That's why all this H1B talk, man, I couldn't believe Trump came out with Elon on that one too, by the way. It's time for America first, y'all. We need to stop all this property tax, income tax. We need to get this boot off our neck. Hit that thumbs up if you agree. Come on.
Yeah.
They talk so fast on commercials, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, Trina says we need to play outside more.
Yes. Oh, tell them. Y'all, the prison inmate gets more outside time than your kid does at the public school.
Yep.
Say that again?
Yep.
The prison, the maximum, actually, security prison mate gets more outside time than your kid at the public school.
Yep.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Kids need to be outside and learn. That's where really the school system where education should be. Outside.
Get outside, y'all.
The other book I have, if I would show it, is Be Your Own Pediatrician.
Yeah, be your own. Once you find her name and everything, all of her stuff's going to pop up. Come on, y'all. That's the other thing now. Let's get a little skin in the game.
Excellent, excellent book. Thank you.
Yes, weather is about to get freezing cold. They've been doing all this modification for a reason. We're about to see the biggest Arctic blast in recorded history. I might do a video on it coming up in the next day or two. We are actually going to be colder in the USA than in Canada, and I've seen some temperature estimations, especially like in Maine, to negative 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? So that's going to make living off-grid a little tough. You're going to see frost and cold all the way into Florida.
Yeah, Florida, snow. Someone was just saying snow in Florida. There could be snow this weekend.
We use Sow Right seeds, right? So you can go to our link. We have a discount for you guys, and that is our preferred company, okay? It's a family company.
They
know them. They homeschool, homestead.
Everything.
They do everything we talk about. They sponsor our events. They come and talk at our events.
They will be at the Homesteading Life Conference. Patty will also be talking all about seeds. She does really good talk at the Women's Conference. She did a great talk too about seeds. And even a lot of people who have been gardening, you know, you'll get a lot out of all this because she'll go through all the different types of seeds, what to do. I'm not exactly sure what she's talking about this year yet. But yeah, if you haven't, or you're wanting to come to a really good event, we are having our Homesteading Life Conference May 16th and 17th at the Vandalia Fairgrounds in Vandalia, Missouri. And we're expecting about 2,000 people. It's a beautiful venue, wonderful. So if you're wanting something awesome,
what are we going to be doing? Hands-on butchering, all kinds of classes, asking lots of questions. We have all kinds of experts in their fields, talking, fermenting. I mean, everything, homesteading, off-grid living. I think Zach from American Homestead will be there. We're going over solar power.
Dr. Leo about natural beekeeping.
Yes.
We'll have Tia Murphy's going to be talking about
structured
sourdough
water.
bread. We're also
structured water.
Yeah, we could do that too, about water.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk about with Jesse.
Yes, security, especially at your homestead and on your persons all the time. We're gonna have
Dr. Jones,
Dr.
Patrick
Jones.
Jones.
If you guys want other books too, we have a link that does save you money with Dr. Jones. His awesome stuff. He has a good veterinary book too if you got animals and stuff. But all his stuff
and
is
all
solid
of his
as well.
tinctures and everything like that. So if you're looking some really awesome tinctures, but Dr. Jones will be there, talking about using herbs to help with different things going on with you, your animals. We'll have herb walks. We have quite a few of those throughout the day. Who else now? I'm just trying to. We have a lot of more people coming.
It's really gonna be a good time.
When I get back at the first of the year, I got to go everything and hamper everything down, and I'll have a lot more of our people that are going to be speaking.
Yeah, so if you guys want to get some hands-on stuff, see us in person, get a lot of learning in a 2-day event. It's really a fun time. It's very kid and family friendly. We have bounce houses. We have all kinds of stuff set up for the kids to do, actual activities. They're actually like at a conference too, actually. And so we really take, it's our 8th, this will be our 9th year, I think, right? 8th year? 8th year?
Yeah.
We were the only conference during COVID, y'all. Because we do not joke around. We put our money where our mouth is. We were the only ones that stayed open and had a conference during that pandemic. And we had a great time. Oh, it was so fun. And people were really excited to be there.
Oh, Terry has a really good question. Terry asks, how do you clean the glass on your wood stove? Thank you, Doug and Stacy. Well, Terry, it gets really, I purposely did not get glass on my wood stove because they get really icky and they're hard, when you can look into the wood box or in the oven because it's hard for you to see inside. So none of the Amish have them because it's kind of a problem to clean. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. I use just regular, like kind of like if you have kind of a glass cleaner, you make a glass cleaner. That what's it made out of? What is my stove like? The door? What is that material in the back? What is that all made out of?
Just tin, metal.
But it's shiny. They have a paint on it. It does very good with kind of like a glass kind of cleaner, and that's how I clean it. But I don't know what to tell you about the I think it might just look like that if it gets kind of that foggy looking, because no one around here likes to get them.
Rachel Weaver. So what you could do if it gets the black soot on it and stuff, just get a razor out real quick, scrub that, You can get wider razors too at Lowe's or whatever. And then what you got to do then is get some newspaper and some glass cleaner and hit that sucker.
But it gets all kind of.
Oh yeah, but the razor will help get that off too. Use ash with water to clean the wood stove glass. Use the ash with water. That's what Marla says.
Okay, good, Marla. Thank you.
All right, I saw people using the ash from the stove to clean the window. And actually, like the old newspapers or newspaper stuff, not the waxy kind of, ads, but the actual print.
Right.
Works really good on your windows, cleaning windows.
And a lot of times I really like those little metal scrubby things. Are they stainless steel? I use that sometimes if I can't get stuff off the glass. That helps sometimes, but I don't want you to scratch your glass or anything.
Can you please give me some tips on preparing for this winter blast? I would have my food ready, my water ready, everything set up.
Make sure you have clothes, long johns.
In case things start busting and going south, in town or something. I don't know, man, but this is really going to be a cold snap, and they're saying it's going to last for a second.
And the thing is also be prepared. I don't know what you have for heat, but, get those My Buddy heaters. You can get them with a can of propane or little things like that, because you never know what could happen. You never know.
All y'all should have a My Buddy propane heater because it's safer inside. And if your heat goes out, or you're, you're gonna want to have some heat.
Or what if the electric goes?
Yeah,
electric, like people buy extra heaters to plug in because a lot of times your heat can't possibly keep you warm enough.
The little buddies run off a barbecue propane that you can get at any gas station.
Great.
If you have 2 of them, you got a couple days worth of heat right there. That one tank could last you on low well over 24 hours. So 2 tanks could last you for 2-3 days. It's just something to think about, y'all. Don't get caught with your pants down and looking around for somebody to save you, right? Because if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, you have to take care of you.
Yeah.
So just all these things. I mean, always think about being prepared. For us, because we do, we live off rainwater, so we have our tanks and they're in a room that's insulated with the spray foam. But when it gets so cold, like, frigid when we're getting to 0 or 10 degrees for multiple days, we have to keep our water room warm. So we do use those, my buddies in there too. So I just always have to make sure constantly. I'm always that is the one thing living off grid like we have. You really have to plan ahead. So if I know we're going to have storms and it's going to rain a lot, I'm making sure that I have all of our kindling ready. I have all of our wood stacked. Everything's ready. I'll bring it in the house so I don't have to worry about it, or it's going to be wet outside. I make sure I have all that so I don't have to worry about it going out in the rain and doing that and getting that. Same thing, I make sure we have our propanes just in case, if it gets too cold. And just to make sure, kind of look ahead of the things that you're going to need just in case. Don't think that you're always going to have the air conditioning. Don't think you're going to have your electric all the time. Don't think, what are you going to do if your water goes out? What if your pipes freeze? What are you going to do? What if you can't take a bath? What are you going to do? I'm
good for like 10 days.
I know. But, you got to think about these things because we're in some crazy times. So you just got to be prepared. Think of this as a big adventure. I don't want anyone to think like, oh, what a pain in the butt. It is, and think about how you think about things, So it's just an adventure that you're going on and, you're just going through it. And it's awesome that you're going to make it through it and just kind of do the best that you can with what you got and just be prepared. That's all there is to it. And when you are prepared, you're like, it's not a big deal.
And if you're in a van in Kansas City down by the river, you could have a little buddy too. Because they are made for inside and stuff, right? And that will help keep you warm. And they're really not that expensive. I think by the time you get if you don't have a tank and you got to get a tank and you got to get the little buddy, and even if you got the small one, you might have $100 into it. And then you just exchange the tanks for like 18, 19 bucks whenever you need them. And you got heat.
Today, they have a thing coming around the RV park. He like the ice cream man honks his horn and he refills your
propane.
Your propane. It was kind of funny.
All right, now we're going to answer some of your questions, y'all. Appreciate you guys showing up, hitting that thumbs up, and hanging out with us tonight. I'm going to hit my thumbs up right now, too.
Did I do mine?
I'm in a 39-foot travel trailer. Buddy heater on low 3 days on a 20-pounder on one high day. Yeah, it does last quite a while. You know what I mean?
And just know, just like anything else, like, we have the headlamps or whatever. When you put a lantern, if you put it on the highest setting, it's going to go quicker. But if you turn it down, it's going to last a lot longer. So it just depends what's up.
Jackson, get your dang on raw milk and tell people to shut up. Go to rawmilkfinder.com. Y'all quit letting, raw milk is good for you. Eggs are good for you. Chickens are good for you. Beef is good for you. And that's why all of it is under attack. Please understand that. Please. Actually, they did a test that the eggs, if you eat the eggs, it actually stops the spike proteins from binding to your crapola. I did the video about it a long time ago.
Yeah, really. What happened to the drones now? No one's talking about the drones anymore.
The drones were a distraction, and they spread their stuff around. I don't know about this fog stuff. I don't know about people saying their throat hurts and they lost their voice. I don't know. But yeah, the drones were a distraction because they were trying to cram through the ridiculous spending bill because Speaker Johnson had already cut backroom deals with the Uniparty, and they got busted. It's also ridiculous.
Yeah, Peggy says they had an electric problem with their fifth wheel, and it was a 3 a.m. hooked up our Mr. Buddy heater, and it was 23 degrees. Also filled every propane tank we had in October. It's true. Like, I do that. I'll make sure if I see them and they're empty, I'm always trying to fill them up because you never know. Because the thing is when everybody wants it when it's cold, you'll go and you won't be able to get propane because they're all sold out. So you got to really
get them up.
Get them
proactive.
Now. Get them now before it's too late.
Be proactive, y'all, not reactive. Y'all watch Doug and Stacy. Don't be waiting around for the hurricane to hit before you go buy a generator. Or the, pandemic to hit before you go buy paper towels and toilet paper. I mean.
Newfin Fluffer says remedy for arthritis in the back. You know what? Also, people have a lot of pain in their back. Believe it or not, you guys, if they are low in magnesium.
Magnesium. You should have it every night before you go to bed.
So, or maybe, More. Most of us are really low in magnesium. Um, and just know, even with arthritis, movement is so important. So important. And look at what you're eating. Of course, watch out for, a lot of fried food. Get rid of your seed oils. Making sure that you're drinking water. You shouldn't be drinking sodas and all that kind of stuff. Look at the types of, if you're doing any type of, breads, pasta, cereals, crackers. You don't want anything enriched, anything like that. Make sure that it's, if you're doing like sprouted wheat breads or anything, and eating good food, of course. But generally, just movement is really important. Very, very important. And then there can be topical stuff that you can do. In my remedy book, I have a few things for pain. You can make a cayenne pepper, salve or something. You can go online and find lots of different things you can do topically. But honestly, magnesium is pretty.
Her hair.
What's wrong?
So what's on Stacy's shoulder?
Oh.
Go ahead, magnesium.
That's it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, magnesium is good.
Huge. Magnesium is huge for people.
All of y'all.
Yes, I like magnesium glycinate. That's my favorite.
You're depleted of your minerals on purpose. All the food and everything is sucking it out of you, and the white sodium salt that everyone uses as table salt, all this stuff is designed, my opinion, and I keep shouting it, to make you sick, and they know it. They know how your body reacts. Trust me, they have dissected many of people over there in the Ultra program and everywhere else, man. They fully understand how we pretty much operate, and so all the stuff that makes you sick, they know it, and their big buddy farmers go like this: come to me, darlings, come to me, darlings. And then they make you even more sick, and then they sick you right out of here.
Stovetop Stuffing says, how do you use a sun oven with no sun? Hope they invent a fog oven. 5L Woodshop says the Dietz oil lanterns and the Yuko candle lanterns for light. So yeah, that's also really another great idea. They do have a lantern that you can. What's that one that came in a big box and you can use it for heat, and you cook on it too? Was it you could cook on the top?
They got all kinds of gimmicky stuff out there, you guys.
But yeah, having oil lanterns. What if you don't have electricity for a while? An oil lantern is going to last a while, and it's not going to, like the Dietz lanterns, you can carry them around if you need to go outside even, and carry them because the wind won't blow them out. So.
But Dietz is all China now.
But it was that other, what's the one we have? It begins with an F. I always forget the name. Fraunhofer. What is it? What's the brand?
No idea.
We have a German one now that is good, because the Dietz did sell out to China. The new ones.
Oh, you got a copper mug? Janice is drinking her magnesium in her copper mug. Did you guys know we have copper mugs and that they're actually good for you? That they actually can clean your digestive system, purifies bad water so you don't get sick or get the diarrhea. Yeah, that's all true stuff. You can look it up for yourself. Everything that we have at the Missouri Tea Company that we sell you guys is from nature. It's 100% copper cup. From nature, and it actually does your body good. Okay? We're not just selling stuff. We're selling stuff that enhance your life. From nature. From the Most High. Yeah, don't take colloidal copper, because liquid copper is a whole different ballgame. Just do your research on liquid copper and make sure you're being careful and just doing your research. Alright? Stacy, can you help with teeth? I drink raw milk, bone broth, and cook from scratch. My teeth are sore and chipping. Well, I mean, you can't reverse a lifetime's worth of stuff, but we'll try to give you some tips. Coconut oil?
Well, are you making your own toothpaste? You can make your own tooth powder. I have a good recipe. I've done a few videos on it. Oil pulling is incredible, too. There's also something that I love. It's called pearl powder, PEA, like pearl, like a pearl, pearl powder, and you can put that into the homemade toothpaste also to help remineralize the teeth. And just by doing things like that, I know many people have done very well with their teeth going back, getting healthy and helping to remineralize. So look into that. But you can get pearl powder You can get the pearl powder from Cultivate Elevate, and he has it in a small bag and a big bag, and it's wonderful. A lot of people have had a lot of success with the pearl powder. You put just a little bit in some castor oil, and you can just kind of rub it over the eyes and under the eyes. It's helped them with their eyesight getting better, and with cataracts. There's countless stories about it. But if you go online and read, they're like, there's no, evidence to show that this works. But I'm more, it's helped me. My eyesight's gotten better since I started doing it. And I can't tell you countless amount of people that have had a lot of help with that. So pearl powder for the teeth is excellent. So I use it, and I know a lot of people who do. So you can check into it and read a little bit more about it. But you can check into the pearl powder.
Kelly, no problem. And get yourself a battery operated CO2 meter. Okay, and keep that in your house as well, especially with that little buddy running around. But yeah, there's no problem with having your oil lamp on and your little buddy on. No problem.
Yeah, we have, those little carbon monoxide detectors. The batteries on them last forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So, and they do work good.
And there was a third building that fell down on 9/11 and it was never hit by a plane. What? Yeah, go look it up. What do you think of the nasal spray X Clear? I don't put no nasal sprays in my nose, so I cannot tell you nothing about it. I don't do it, can't do it, wouldn't do it. Coconut oil pulling 15 to 20 minutes a day. Some people might need to work up to it.
So here's another thing. You could do the oil pulling. You could put the pearl powder in your oil pulling. If you don't want to do the coconut oil for that long, because most people can't do 15 to 20 minutes. Castor oil, you could even do castor oil by itself with a little pearl powder, or you could do castor oil in the coconut oil a little bit, and then you wouldn't have to go as long either. So if you want to go, 8 minutes or something. But if you do castor oil by itself, you could do castor oil with a little pearl powder, rub it in your mouth. You could do that, then swish it out, and then you can make your homemade tooth powder, and just do those things and start noticing what happens to your teeth health. And also your teeth and bones, what you're eating too. Did you used to drink a lot of soda? If that could cause problems like that too. So, look into maybe what you're eating too.
She's 61, I'm 57. Listen, I want to be very clear about this. And you guys can go listen to these people talk all you want for your own self. Robert Kennedy Jr., what's that dude we listened to yesterday? That doctor, him and his sister? Casey?
Yeah.
Casey what?
Casey and Kelly Means.
Casey and Kelly Means that are all over the internet, right? If you listen to them talk, all right? The guy was on, what's the guy with the blue blockers?
Dr. Cruz?
Dr. Cruz. Jack Cruz was on him, right? Because Dr. Jack Cruz is like me, okay? He's sheepdog, all right? And he don't take no BS. We don't need to, play footsies and run around and nice talk and all this stuff, okay? He just wants the answers, all right? And he wants the action, and ethically him, and what's her name? The other lady that was on his side. She's an ENT.
Mary?
Yeah, Dr. Mary, she's the ENT, right?
Mary Bowden.
They're talking about how, first off, right off the bat, without anything at all, that she pulled the stuff, okay? Because it wasn't...
Pull what stuff?
The vid jab, right? They should pull the vid jab. Nobody should be getting it. Definitely shouldn't be mandated for school children. They're talking to the dude, and the dude is just like RFK, right? Like, whatever, we just need transparency, okay? We need transparency. We don't want to ban it. Okay? That Jack Cruz is like, no, we need to ethically, morally. This stuff is wrecking people, okay? And it needs to be banned and pulled immediately. And this guy's, no, we're just for more information. And I just want to peel that onion open for you, okay? With RFK Jr. and with this dude. And when you hear that, basically what they're saying is that if the people are stupid enough to take it, if they get uninformed, my people perish from a lack of knowledge, that they don't care, right? And Jack Cruz and myself and other doctors are like, no, that is incorrect, because people are going to get the wrong information and then they're going to do it. And it should just be stopped.
What was that example? Remember talking about if you eat this. What was it you were telling me?
No, I don't know. You'll remember.
No, the same thing about with the shots. Like if you. Okay. Well,
You'll
think
think
of
about
it. Okay.
So just basically listen to them, y'all. They got a little bit of itchy ear stuff in there because you hear what you think you want to hear, but listen to fully what they're saying. Is they really don't care because maybe their college educated friends will read the information more. You understand me? It's not right. It's not right. And to shut us up for talking about it is highly suspect. All right. Here's the link to our store, BB Phillips, right there. BB Phillips. I'm going to put your name by it. BB Phillips. Here is the link.
Oh yeah, Melody says the Redmond Earth Paste. So Redmond has, and you can go to our site, Off Grid Doug and Stacy, offgriddougandstacy.com, and go to the shop tab and you'll get a discount through the Redmond because they have a lot of really good stuff. They have, if you don't want to make it yourself, they have tooth powder, and they also have a paste. And she says she loves the lemon. It is one of my favorites too. The lemon one is really good. Really good.
Karen, listen. There's going to be some tough decisions. My sons are both in the military. I told them both to walk, to give it up, to leave. And you know what happened? They did it anyway, and then they're getting out anyways because it's ridiculous in there. Okay? You're going to have to make hard decisions. No one made anybody take it. You can't use your job as an excuse. You can't use military as an excuse. All the people that fought and said no and actually were dismissed, they're begging for them to come back now, even with back pay. There are people winning court cases every single day from people that got fired and sued their employer for religious exemption and are now winning. But you don't hear much about that. I got stories on top of stories. So don't be scared, right? It's fear. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself, right? The Most High is walking with you step by step. You should have just said, no, thank you. And if everybody would have done that, just think if all the whole military said, no, we're not taking that. What are they going to do? What if your whole office building said, no, we're not doing that?
And there was a lot of places that did that, and they
let it slide,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Don't use excuses. Don't let them pigeonhole you.
Let your voice be heard.
Yes.
It's huge. People, we really do.
And that's another thing about living off grid and homesteading the way Stacy and I do. We participate in the system when we want to, but they don't have a grip on us. They don't have a grip on us. They can't make us do nothing because we don't need them. And that's why they don't want to close down the Congress, because then you'll realize you don't need them. If everybody would have just, we could have done GoFundMes and public support for the people in, you know, the hit areas, North Carolina and all that stuff, right? And they would have probably been on the road to recovery in far better shape than they are right now with the losers at FEMA who showed up there, blah, 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 and then left. And then were busted on tape saying, oh, they had President Trump signs in their yard. We're not helping them. Come on, you guys. The gig's up, seriously. And yeah, I said it. You guys have got to stand up and put on your big boy and girl pants. We're going in. We're here. The time is now. Look around. See, Raw Food Ryder was in the military and he walked because of the jab. Excellent. And I applaud you for it. All those benefits are all nonsense, man. You guys, if you're worth your salt of anything, I could walk into any place right now and get any job full of benefits, and if they rolled around with a shot, tell them to shove it. Nobody wants to work out there anymore. There's no workforce, right? Come on, you guys. Come on.
So, Amita says, how do you label your herbs? Do you make homemade labels? I started listing uses on back of my labels so family can use it. If not, Yeah,
we have all of our stuff labeled. You
well,
have
I
to.
just I mean, I might put a piece of tape or whatever, but I don't list how to use them. Whatever. Because on a lot of the tinctures or something like that, I mean, if you're not there, can't they call you? Or even just with, if you're going to do elderberry tincture or something, they can squirt a shot full of it in with honey and take it even. I mean, I don't know. I just write what it is. So, and then if he needs to take it and I'm not there, if there's something or someone, I'll just tell him.
I mean, I'm going to say it's like Christians be talking about, we're made in the Most High's image. And then the Christians turn around and talk about, give me my jab, triple jab, 3-time booster. It's just crazy, y'all. We got to stop it. We got to stop, we got to be set apart. Ruach HaKodesh. I don't know. All right. What brand pearl powder do you like?
I use the Cultivate Elevate. Oh.
Cultivate and elevate.
It comes in like a little light blue bag.
We got about 5 more minutes, y'all. So if you got questions, start asking them. Because we're going to blow this popsicle stand. Hit that thumbs up, please. Yes, please.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
please.
Linda, that's a good. So we are going to be getting lots of snow probably.
Maybe.
So where did I see? I lost it. Linda says wood stove ash is great for ice melt in the driveway. It is. That's what we use.
Listen.
I don't want to use salt or anything. So when we come out, I get the ash from our fireplace, and that's what I put when we have ice down the steps. And
Not
the
hot
sidewalk.
right out of the box or anything, y'all.
No, but the ash is from.
Also, that wood ash is excellent for the garden. Y'all should be getting your garden ready for springtime right now. In the wintertime, we pour our wood ash out on our garden, let it soak in with the rain and the snow and everything. Every bed gets some dosages of it. And now, I'll be out there in the next week or 10 days, 2 weeks roughly, cleaning up all the beds, getting all the stuff off the walkways and everything, getting ready for some food production.
Yeah, it'll. I mean, spring is going to be here before you know it. So you guys got to be planning for your
We won't
gardens.
know it because they keep blocking out the sun. We don't even know what's going on anymore here. All right, are you doing... Lost you. What magnesium brand do you recommend? Fire cider is going to last you forever. You're going to use it, but it lasts forever.
I like the magnesium glycinate is my favorite one, because the glycinate, it is very absorbable and it doesn't cause gas. A lot of people get like loose bowels and stuff, loose stool. If you sometimes with different magnesiums, it's really readily absorbed and is easily tolerated. And another one, the malate is good too. And then there's magnesium bicarbonate where you can mix. So if I had to pick, those would probably be my 3 favorite ones.
They will never get rid of daylight savings time because it's made to make you sick. Don't you guys get it, man? Don't believe all those lying-ass stories. Oh, Benjamin Franklin came up with it because of the farmers needed it. That's all. Come on. Where do you come up with this stuff? It's all made to throw off your circadian rhythm. Okay? Go look up circadian rhythm and how you sleep and how you operate. And you're operating on man's time anyways. So that's what they're doing. They just think about how you feel after that for the next couple days, week. Everything's thrown off. Right? They're not going to get rid of it. We've had legislation about it. Missouri's done legislation about it. The president's had it. They're not going to do it because their big pharma lobbyist buddies won't allow it.
Linda wants to know my thoughts on SEACT. And if you're not familiar with SEACT, it's ESSIAC. If you spell that word the opposite way, backwards, that's the woman, Renee Casse. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but that's the woman. She was a nurse who kind of invented it for patients. They used it for cancer patients and things like that, and they had a lot of success with it. it is a wonderful tea. I love Essiac tea, and it has helped a lot of people. If you aren't familiar with Essiac tea, do some research on it. You can Google it and look it up, and maybe put some keywords. Don't say, does it help with what I just said, the C word? Don't do that, but just say, what is Essiac tea, and you'll learn about it and the history of it, and then that way you can be educated a little bit about it. But it's wonderful, and it tastes really, really good. Actually, at home I get it in huge bags, and a lot of times I'll just drink it like for a couple weeks, and then I'll just stop. Probably once a year I do it. So, but it tastes really good. Actually, the Native Americans, it's called Ojibwa. I don't know if I'm saying Ojibwa, Ojibwa. I'll drink it periodically because it has a really good taste. It's like a series of 4 or 5 different herbs, I think, in there. Turkey rhubarb and a burdock, and there's a few things in it, and it's pretty helpful.
Jason.
And I was just say, if you do it, there's a certain way to brew the Essiac tea. How you're gonna make it very concentrated, and then you can put it in the refrigerator and then heat it up and drink it. I think it lasts a week or two when you're doing it. But do research on the Essiac tea. Sorry. Jay
Stratton bought 25 pounds of Redmond salt and was like, I forgot what I got it for. Yeah, you can swish it around in your mouth, but it's also great for all the ferments you're going to be doing when you get all that veggies and
your
stuff.
Food that you're using.
You put it on your food. You should be putting it in your water and making Soleil, which is really good for remineralizing your body. We have a video about it. It's called "My Wife Told Me to Drink This." Just type that in. My wife told me to drink this. Off Grid Doug, and you can watch the video on how to make the Soleil. Helps replace the electrolytes and the minerals in your body.
Oh, and then for there's a lot of people asking about magnesium. I highly recommend, and we're talking about books a little bit tonight too. I highly recommend a book called The Magnesium Miracle by Dr. Carolyn Dean. It's a really, really good book. It'll go over.
Do we need to carry Essiac tea?
What?
Do we need to carry Essiac tea?
No, I'm not going to carry Essiac tea. So, but it's a really good book, The Magnesium Miracle, and then you can educate yourself, because a lot of problems people are having that are chronic, that you're like, what's up? You go to the doctor, they don't know what's wrong. A lot of it could just be from the magnesium deficiency. So it's really important, but it's a really good book.
If you want to learn how to clean your copper, all you got to do is go to our website and then click the copper cup again, and then we have a whole list of how to clean it there in several different ways. All right, holy smokes, man, we did it. 67 minutes of pure satisfaction. If you guys missed you got to rewind it, right? So I think it was about 10 minutes in, 8 minutes in. We did it real quick. We're just trying to show you guys that you've been programmed since birth, and it's hard, but you have to break this programming. It's very hard, actually. So you have to do it, and you'll like it.
You like it
because you have been programmed, I'm telling you, from birth, right? And you have to break free from this stuff, man. I mean, some of y'all are asking about some of this stuff, like you're worried it's going to expire and kill you or something, right? Like, even people ask about honey or something. Like, this stuff never expires, but we're so programmed in on your stuff expiring. And it's fun. It's hilarious, right?
Well, that's just to get people to keep buying it.
You go to the store, you see the expiration date, and you think, man, I'll get that next time. Then you leave that store, and then 2 weeks later, you're at the Amish Ding and Dent, and you look over there, and there's that same stuff, and all of it is expired. And you say, well, heck, I'm just going to go for it and buy some. And you get a box of it, and you take it home, and it tastes just the same. Isn't that crazy? Huh. All right.
The book was The Magnesium Miracle by Dr. Carolyn Dean, D-E-A-N.
Copper cups, cold water only. You got that right.
Well, but if you had just these, if it gets hot, it'll burn. When you hold on to it, it'll burn your hand.
It's metal.
So there's nothing wrong with drinking hot water out of copper, but it's going to burn your hand. Yeah.
It's metal. It's going to transfer the heat. All right, we're out of here.
Molly needs her walk.
Yep, and my connection's getting kind of wanky. But here we are, y'all. Just know that we didn't even stop, right? Like, I've taken a couple days off because it's the holiday. Me and Stacy wanted to burn down here and get some vitamin D, but that turned out to be a big thing.
Yeah.
But we're doing it. We're committed to hanging out with you guys all the time, helping you along, sharing our journey, because we know what it's done for us and what it could do for you and your family. So that's all we're trying to do here, and we know they're out to get us. That's a fact. It's very obvious right now. And I've outlined their plans over and over and over. We have the documents, we have the plans, we have the Nancy Pelosi saying it with her own mouth. All this stuff is on a time schedule. I got videos coming up this week. There's a country that's already implementing this stuff, and you're going to freak out. And then we're also going to talk about, I'm going to give you some more proof that they don't care. Like, they're going to wipe you out, and then maybe your grandkids will probably try to sue a class action lawsuit, and they'll give everybody $1,000 and tell them to shut up, and they'll be happy with it, and life will go on. Haven't you noticed a pattern lately with mesothelioma and
mesothelioma?
Yeah, don't you got all this stuff is on TV? They knew all that stuff. The water at the Camp Lejeune and all that stuff, right? That's what they do. And then they let 10, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, they throw everybody out a little $1,000 bone. It's pretty sickening. All right, share the video with your friends so they can see about the programming.
Get those books I showed you
Yes,
earlier.
knowledge is power.
Yes, and start taking care of yourself. We're going to have good, nice teeth now, and life is good. And just be prepared. Get your My Buddy heaters, and get your seeds, and get your mullet tea, or get whatever.
And what's wrong with being prepared? I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's like people try to make it like it's a bad thing.
But you know what I mean? This stuff that we talk about, you once you have it, you'll always have it.
Yeah,
and
you
then
can't
you'll
go wrong
when
with
you
it.
need it. So
Vivek the snake, you got that right. Oh my gosh, y'all, stay vigilant out there because it's getting wild.